Hello everyone, and welcome back to Kentucky Garden Gal. This is Nancy, and I garden in Kentucky, in South Central Kentucky. We are a Zone 7, and I know that we have a lot of new subscribers on this channel. So first of all, I want to welcome everybody. But tell you what we're doing here. I have decided that at least twice a month, I'm going to try to walk through my gardens and show you the changes. And I do try to have a 4-season garden, which is something of interest all 4 seasons. But I also was in a situation where I had to just sort of let my gardens go for a few years due to I had some personal health issues, and then my father became sick and I needed to care for him. So I'm sort of reclaiming my gardens, I guess you might say. And I'm taking you along with me as I do it. Now, this tree, still there, but hopefully Colton's going to get that down soon. What I wanted you to notice in here is that the Rose of Sharon and the daylilies are blooming. And then you'll see these aqua color lanterns, and these are the $5 lanterns from the Dollar Tree. And I tell you what, I absolutely love them. They last a long time. They're very dependable, and they really look nice, especially for this historic home. So we'll turn around to the house, and this is an 1880 Folk Victorian, and I've actually been here about 30 years. So a lot of this stuff I have planted, and then I like to revamp my gardens. I like to plant for the pollinators. And I'm just constantly sort of redoing and changing and making better. You'll notice right here that of the 3 burning bushes, I have 1 trimmed. I've decided that I can do 1 a day. Those things are a booger to trim, so I got that one trimmed. Got 2 more to go there. So let's walk up on the front porch. We spend quite a bit of time out here, and I just have it pretty simple with the ferns. A lot of the greenery that I use stays here all year long, and up on top of that. And then I just change it with the seasons. Those candles stay there, and then I just usually add things to that. Now, what I did want to mention is that this is the time that you need to make sure that you are fertilizing your plants. So the summer is a great time to fertilize these plants, and then we should have, I think these are Thanksgiving cactuses. I don't think I have any Christmas, but these will just have lots of bloom. And I was going to show you, this is what new growth looks like. So these are having new growth, but now's the time to bring them out and fertilize them. Don't forget to fertilize. So we'll walk down, and oops, there's my shadow. So one thing that we have done recently, Colton came over and helped me put some mulch down, so we've got that much done. And again, there's those little aqua lanterns that I've incorporated into the landscape. There's a garden gal. I have 2 in the garden. See if you can spy the other one. It's a scarecrow. This is the magnolia that I planted, which I just love. And we will walk on around into the back gardens. And we're doing, being a historic house, we're always doing projects. And the project that we're currently doing is replacing some bad boards on this deck and then the one back there by the pool. So Colton, my oldest son, he pours concrete for a living, and on after work and on his days off, he tries to come over and help me. So we're just going back in more to the backyard, and I did want to share this with you. I learned a new term today. I follow Catherine Strange. She has the Hennington House in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And this is what you call a howdy doody garden. It's the garden that you have at your back door where your friends will come and visit you and say, howdy do. So this is my howdy doody garden. And I just thought that was the cutest term. So I think we'll use that. And you can see going into the back gardens that the crepe myrtles, the purple ones, these are just doing absolutely glorious. Let's see. We finally got something to grow there. That was an old koi pond that I took out, and I just had the hardest time getting anything started. But the cleome seemed to like it there. And then there's some more lilies behind that. Of course, the banana trees, the grasses. And on back in here, oh, look who we have here. Have to say hello to Princess P. Hello, Princess P. Are you getting some fresh grass? Yes. And over here's Flopsy and Mopsy. And they've done turned their water over. Yeah, their water was full to get them some more water. But of interest back here, these hibiscus. Now this is a hardy hibiscus, and these of course have already closed, but these are opening, and they are just they're big, pink, big as your hand. But another thing that I wanted to show you, I discovered a disease on my coneflowers called aster yellow. And I want to show it to you so that if you see it, you can remove the flowers in your garden that have this. Now, this is what a normal coneflower looks like. See this right here? See how all that odd growth is on top of that flower? So this entire plant, the entire plant, needs to be pulled, because if we don't, it'll spread. So I need to pull that, and then this entire clump over here. There's some other ones that are not formed correctly, but that is aster yellow. It can't be sprayed. You just need to pull it. Down there's some more. So watch your gardens, and if you see something that looks like that, there's a very good chance that it's aster yellow, and it can't be healed. It just has to be pulled up, bagged, and thrown in the trash. You can't even compost it. So I think that is about all that's going on back here. Let's go past the bunnies again. We'll go back in to the back garden. This is my fig. It looks like it's going to do really well this year. Now these bear fruit later on in the season, so right now it's just exactly where it should be. I wanted to show you this corn that planted itself. And look at those pumpkins. I bet that's right in the sun. I'm sorry. But there's lots of pumpkins over there, and corn. It has tassels on it. And in here are some more chickens. And then over here, I have started the azania, a cutting garden. Now, you may be wondering, is it too late? No, it is not. Our first frost will average October the 15th. So we still have at least 60 days. Anything that says it will mature in 60 days, go ahead and get it in the ground. These are some of the glads that I bought on special. I put the link on my garden page. I think it was 120 glads for $23 if I'm not mistaken, but those have already started coming up. Yes, and lots of weeds in there too. So, oops, there's my shadow. The rudbeckia or black-eyed Susans, though, that's starting to to flower. And then back here, the glads have done really pretty back here. Got a tomato there. Let's see, over here, these are the little pines that I'm going to take to the farm. And these are just doing so well. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5, I think they're loblollies. I think that's what they're called. And I'll take those to the farm, and they're really good for birds, for pollinators. So let's head on back to, we'll go past the pool and look at this. That is some type of hydrangea. I'm not sure what kind. It came from one of the seed companies as a bare root plant, and it was a gift. It was a free gift, and I planted it, and goodness, I never expected it to take off like that. But right here are my peonies, and lots of people ask what you should do with your peonies. As you can see, I have cut off my blooms, but I will let these continue to stay here until they really get just brown, and then they're sticks, and then I will cut those down, because you can sometimes have some mold issues if you don't. But let's go back and look at the fall garden. And I planted, this is some basil that I cut off of a plant that I have, put it in water, and it developed roots. The cleome and the rudbeckia that you see in these pots in the center, this is for pollination. And then I will also, when I get ready to go to the farm and plant, I will just take this entire pot and take it with me and plant it up there. But let's see, I planted this today. Now, this is a volunteer tomato that came up. Chances are it's going to be a cherry tomato. But as you can see, it is in transplant shock. And when you dig something up and replant it, don't be concerned if it looks like this. Just keep watering it. And usually it takes about 2 weeks for a plant to come out of transplant shock. But we've got some pumpkins coming up down here. And I think I saw some lettuce. Yep, I've got some lettuce right there. It's tiny, but it's coming up, so I get excited about that. But yep, there's the lettuce coming up. And there's another one that's in transplant shock. Like I said, just keep pouring the water to it, and it'll be fine. But I think that's about all I have to show you. I hope that, I want to go show you my berries. That's what I want to show you. I was at Tractor Supply. Oh, here's another part that we're working on. This is some other boards that Colton is replacing. And then you remember that we did the compost and the trash system over there. That has just worked out so good. I'm so happy with that. But I did want to show you all of these berries that I'm getting ready to plant. There's raspberry, gooseberry, Nakin cherry, Arona berry, and 2 types of grapes. These were at our local Tractor Supply, 75% off. I've got them in water, letting them soak, and then tomorrow morning I have figured out where I'm going to plant all of these. So I am growing just as much food as I can. I forgot to show you the apple tree. It is just full of apples. The peach tree does not have 1 peach on it. I don't know what happened this year, but just didn't do well. I do have a blackberry bush back there. And I also wanted to tell you that I have had a terrible, terrible, terrible problem with predators. I had something getting in my chicken coop, and it got 7 of my chickens. So I went in, I took it, I didn't take the chicken wire out, but I did put hardware cloth up, and then fix the top of it where nothing could get in. But I wanted to show you, pretty sure it's a groundhog. This is what it's doing to my coleuses. It just eats them back. And I'm trying to catch it, but I'm telling you, it's being hard to catch. And I also wanted to walk back over and show you what a predator, like if you have a predator, see this hole, let's see if I can get there. That is something had dug under my building and was living there. I don't know what it was. It could be a groundhog, which is likely what it is. But if you see holes like that right there around your outbuildings, that means that you've got something active. And I wanted to go back and show you the way that it's eaten off my plants. See how the tops of those are gone? That is just eaten down. It's eating on that. In this garden right here, this is a liatris. Look what it did to that. That is a sign of a predator. So see how that's eaten off? That, whatever it is, these bellflowers over here, I've had hardly any bellflowers this year because something is eating it. So the only thing that we can really think of is that we have a lot of new development in our area, like a lot of major development. Big development like warehouses and apartment complexes and things like that. But aren't those cleums so pretty? I know the sun's getting ready to set, but let's go this way. But this is pumpkins back here. And whatever it is, I'm telling you, it is eating good because it is just eating. See that right there? Came in. That's a bloom right there. Look at the top of that. It eats the blooms off. So they don't have an opportunity to become pumpkins. So I hope I have some, but if I'm not able, oh, that is such a pretty cleum. And look at the tassels on the corn. Isn't that so much fun? At least I think I'll have 3. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, I know Cameron and I will each have an ear corn this year that we grew, so I'm excited about that. But, and then look at all of the apples on the apple tree. Isn't that just gorgeous? So I'm excited about the apples. But these predators, the sweet peas are still going. Aren't those gorgeous? They smell so good. Such beautiful little flowers. Those look so pretty together. But anyways, this is my cucumber. Lots of blooms. And I came out and got 2 cucumbers today because I love them when they're young and tender. And at least I got something before this, whatever this is, gets it. I did get 2 cucumbers. But anyways, you all, it'll all work out. Everything will work out. We will regroup and figure out what to do. So I hope that you all have enjoyed this video. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and it looks like we're at almost 19 minutes. So if you've been watching the whole time and you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and maybe like the video and leave me a comment. That helps all the algorithms that are involved in having a gardening channel. But I appreciate every one of you all, and I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you. I'll actually be making a video tomorrow, Thrifting Thursday. So I'll see you tomorrow too.